head, but if it works, man, it works.
Nah, it's like flat inside or something like that, man. I don't know. This had seen some days, man. It's actually signed. It's actually signed by Pudge Rodriguez.
Oh snap! That is so cool, yo. Having anyone like anyone famous just seeing them. I met Barry Sanders 3 times.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, dude. Football Hall of Famer Barry Sanders 3 times.
Dang right.
In like the Novi area, he just hangs out with his family. He's a nice guy, really nice.
I'm sure.
But we're about to have a really nice game. Smasher1001, King James versus Kasper and Fatyblob. So Mario and Diddy Kong. Is Smasher known for his Mario or?
He co-mains Mario and Mega Man.
Okay.
And in this matchup, it's very matchup dependent what he chooses, and he's definitely feeling like Mario definitely excels a little more in doubles than Mega Man. It brings a lot more tools to the table. A lot of people regard Mario to be one of the better kindlers in doubles, right? Has really good tools to start off a lot of combos.
Right.
Get good coverage. Just has a really good tool set for doubles.
All right, let's see how this tool set's going to play out in this next match. And it looks like King James is going to run right into some danger himself. He got the hit on Kasper, but yo, they're at it.
Yeah, they're kind of getting sandwiched right now, but Charge Shot going to go a little rogue.
Oh, it looks like all right, both King James and Smasher1001 going to take on Kasper off stage. Jesus.
What a start coming out from Smasher1001. And that was a 2v1 situation. That's what these teams strive for, and they got it right there in the beginning of the game to set them off to this insane start.
Man, and if anything else would have followed up after that flood, I would have lost my mind. They have a really good team against against their opponents, both individually and unfortunately not able to grab the stage again.
It might have been tilted ever so slightly, but it looked like he was a little ways off from the ledge there.
I don't think Lilat's in anyone's favor. Lilat favors no one player.
Yeah, it certainly has its issues. However,
looks like Kasper's not having any issues getting these hits on King James, man.
No, Kasper going to kind of play that role where he's going to be up front, right? He wants to do damage. He wants to cause disruption and let Fatyblob stay back with the charge shot and apply pressure and cover options and maybe possibly look for some kill secures. But unfortunately, Kasper already having to share the stock as he's been off stage quite often, and unfortunately his poor recovery not allowing him to get back to stage, and red team taking full advantage of that.
They're definitely going to have to make a really strong comeback because the stocks are nowhere near even. Far from it, actually. And it looks like the red team's doing a good job of just playing each of their opponents in the 2v1. And Fatty needing this time for charge shot is not seem to be working out for him. But they are able to net it King James's first stock.
There has been a ton of separation between these two teams right now, and Green Team has always kind of seemed to be separated, fighting one-on-ones, it almost seems.
Right, and it's as a KO punch that is going to kill. Very nice. This is what they needed. They're definitely shifting momentum more toward their side. Oh, okay, Kasper getting the 2 hit he needed. That's going to kill 2. Excellent.
And just like that, we have even stocks across the board. The comeback is in transition, and Kasper has taken 2 stocks off of King James within less than a minute. And Smasher losing his stock as well makes even stocks across the board.
And it looks like they have the green team has all but ended the 2v1 battle that the red team tried to put upon them and made it 1v1s, which it looks like they're both handling very well individually.
Yeah, fighting these two in the air, keeping them in the air and controlling stage.
Okay, that was probably smart. All right, Fatty's gonna have a tough time, but both his opponents are at really good. Are near kill percent for back air.
Yeah, so you certainly can't count them out, right?
No, you cannot. Fatty is a very strong player, man. He comes out every week on Tuesday and shows us some new Samus tech all the time.
It's just really hard though, because Samus has a lot of punishable options. Like even if he does land a hit, lands a grab or something along those lines, as long as red team is covering their own options, it's going to be easy to punish Samus for attacks. And there's a roll on, and that's going to be covered by that out smash.
Yep. And, on this stage especially, I didn't even notice it when he went to do the back air. Because the end of Lilat is slanted, he, has a higher chance of missing that, which he did when his opponent crouched and just went right over him. That could have probably helped him a bit, get a bit more traction, but we're going to see them running game 2 right now. Let's see. They shifted it to their favor pretty well, up until Kasper died.
We definitely saw that momentum swing, though, as they kind of found their mojo, found their synergy, and they was able to hold down the stage a lot cleaner. And we just saw cleaner play in general.
Definitely.
As they kind of felt themselves out a little bit and found out what they had to do.
Yeah,
so
I think they realized that they were being separated, and you start to see them, instead of letting their opponents separate them, they started separating their opponents, using that separation to their advantage. And that played out very well for them. So let's see if they can do that again. And I'd like to see Fatty kind of move in a little more to help Kasper if he can, when he's getting teamed up on. I don't know how quickly he can cancel charge shot, but we start off game 2.
And we're going to a stage where it's going to allow them to kind of try to control and contest that ground game.
Right. Fatty able to get the charge shot off, hit King James.
That was such good option coverage right there because he was using the jab up front on both those two, and as they try to jump out of it, Fatyblob is right there to cover with the fully charged charge beam.
And these two, they are nowhere near strangers in partnering. They've been partnering for quite a while now, so these kinds of setups, I think we'll definitely be seeing.
They certainly have a game plan as we see 2v1s developing as Kasper is keeping King James at bay off the side of the stage.
And Fatty doing more to help his partner out, kind of just playing in a little bit more, which is good.
But Kasper, once again, losing his first stock. He has been the one to lose first blood here in the matches so far.
And I think he's willing to take these frontline deaths.
Kasper not afraid to lose his stocks, though, as he has an amazing kill power, as we see it right there, take off King James' first stock.
Right, and his armor's going to help him out as well. King James having a pretty tough time getting hits on Kasper. Kasper kind of able to move in and out as he pleases.
Just shows you Kasper's familiarity with his character and how well he knows the properties of his super armor. And there's an up beacon to take that stock from Smasher1001 and off to the quickest vantage screen team.
The heiress of Max. And here comes, all right, Fatty doing a good job just kind of waiting out.
Smasher, good ledge coverage.
Both of them, we see King James trying to move in to help, but they saw Kasper just waited for them to get away.
And there
we have a shield break.
Oh, he misses it.
Oh, the miss up smash, what?
And then Fatty hits him with a jab. Like, they got damage, but it was just so little.
The meta.
Oh, my God. That's so unfortunate. And new life in Team Red. What a bad situation.
Team Red is, getting the higher percents, though. And Little Max, he's got quite a bit of rage. He can definitely kill. Yep.
And beating out that command grab is Little Mac and taking that stock as well, but Diddy King James answers right back.
Yes, he does. Now the stocks are even, the percentages are not, though, but we can definitely see this changing very quickly.
Oh, it's so close right now, and we're really starting to see the picture unfold.
Really.
Although James. 2v1 situation on King James.
Nah, they weren't able to really net too much off that 2v1. King James is kind of playing smart. Smasher1001 get back on stage. Fatty getting King James into the air. Both of them, again, playing their individual battles very well against each of their opponents.
And unfortunately, Kasper not able to land any sort of punish on Mario right there.
Uh-oh. Smasher1001 going to do everything he can to keep Kasper off. Unsuccessful. Very close. Kasper getting both King James and Smasher off stage. Are we going to?
Both finding the stage once again.
Anything can happen here.
Yeah, such high percents. And this is a pretty scary situation, but Mac is down to his last stock. And what a snipe!
Wow!
That was insanely smart from Fatty going down low to challenge King James.
And King James, he obviously didn't see too many options coming out because he kind of just let that happen.
And now this is really scary for Team Red because now Mario up at 150% could die point. There he goes.
There he goes. The 1-2 to Void.
And now, now King James has to worry about 3 stocks as he takes on these two in 2v1 situation, and this is very scary, especially with Samus having that charge shot.
Yeah, they're going to do anything they need to set up this 2v1.
Oh, and unfortunately, Fatty letting it rip there. King James plenty of time to react, and he's going to just going to elect to just kill himself. He knows he's not coming back. But that's okay, though. They have a stock to work with.
They do, and I don't think Kasper's going to let King James in on Fatty too easily.
These two changing roles very well. Fatyblob very smart not to let his charge shot rip right there, even though he probably might have thought, he's going to jump out.
Right. Also, Fatyblob being quick to not overextend himself. He's kind of just getting in, waiting a bit, just setting little traps so that Kasper can get his footing, so that he can put himself back in the front line. We see Fatty laying down the bombs, so King James has to roll, and that would net Kasper just any little hits he needs.
Yep.
Those big old fists he's got.
King James, though, doing a very good job of moving around the stage and landing hits. Like, but there it is.
And Kasper's going to get the hit. And, great comeback.
It was only a matter of time, right? Until finally Kasper was able to find a portion where King James overextends with a grab or with a fair or something along those lines.
And that's what he was waiting for. You saw Fatty laying those bombs down, edge guarding, so King James would have to roll on the stage and Kasper could follow up. But King James, like you said, was doing a great job moving and just a little bit too much. Just a tad. Although, I don't know how I would have liked to see that 1v1 between King James and Kasper.
Yeah, it would have been exciting.
That would have been exciting.
Down to the wire, but we're going to see the change from Smasher1001 electing to go Mega Man. And we'll see how this works out for them. Obviously, that game not as close. Definitely kind of Green Team finding their mojo, especially ever since like game 1 when they found their way back and stole that game and had that kind of momentum. They have not lost it since, so definitely feeling like I need to switch it up a little bit, see how this works out.
And at the beginning of this match, Kasper was just in a street fight within a 2v1, doing a great job. King James trying to keep Fatty off stage. Kasper plays his front line very well. And Red Team's going to have to figure out a way to get a quick 2v1 and keep Little Mac off stage so they can net a kill. That'll definitely help them out in the long
this is
run.
it right here. There goes Kasper. Just as we said, definitely taking advantage of that awful recovery that he has. And that's kind of the key to the game here is definitely force them into bad situations because these two characters have pretty bad disadvantage states, right?
Right.
So we definitely want to see those 2v1s and definitely want to see them put into bad situations.
The B that could have possibly netted a kill on Diddy Kong.
Yeah, they both have very high percents.
Yeah, they're both at kill percent for Little Mac right now and for both.
Just as we say that, we see them both fly off the stage. The F tilt taking out Diddy Kong. I don't even know how Mario died. I just saw him fly off into the blast zone.
He got back aired by Fatty, dude. It was great. I call that a commentator's blessing.
Yeah, really. Commentator's curse, more like it, unfortunately. But Red Team finding some new momentum as they just try to take off Fatyblob stock, who's doing a great job of holding onto that stock taking very well, holding onto the charging. Wow, up B out of shield. Very smart option.
And Kasper just doing a great job getting back on stage, back to helping his partner out. Man, it's almost like Mega Man can't do too much against Little Mac. And it looks like King James is having a hard time against Kasper himself. Kasper's having excellent movement right now.
Kasper holding down the stages, looking to cover their landings and able to find the stages. King James.
And Fatty doing a good job for that moment, giving Kasper an opportunity to get back on stage. Unfortunately, they're both going to lose the stock, kind of putting Red Team back in the advantage, although Little Mac with this much power, with all his power.
Definitely, and you just saw the back throw to up smash from King James to Smasher taking that stock, so now we are back to Red Team having a slight advantage, but both have very high stock, so I'm not ready to call it yet. Definitely working with a bit of an advantage.
And Kasper going to try to get in, but King James is not going to allow it, giving Smasher any opportunity he needs to edge guard Fatty. And look at those back airs.
Look at Kasper just keeping out King James and allowing Mega Man, and Mega Man going to town on Fatty, just trying to keep his partner alive, but unfortunately just not able to help. And you kind of saw like that's Kasper, even though he was able to keep him out, was so preoccupied with Diddy that Smasher is just having his way with Fatyblob, taking the stock right there.
Oh, and Kasper's losing his. This is going to put Fatyblob in a 2v1. You know what? I have faith. I got faith in Fatty.
What a turnaround.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, man. He's got to worry about 3 stocks. King James, of course, keeping at the front, not allowing Mega Man to get into the fray.
And very wise. Doing a great job of keeping himself out. King James obviously looking to set up, and looks like Smasher's looking to finish. This could very well change, but Fatty gets to throw off stage. No.
Diddy Kong has really good throws to combo into a lot of Mega Man's tools, such as the up air, which is this massive percent. And unfortunately, Fatyblob taking a lot of damage at a very quick rate here. And this edge guarding from King James is so superb.
This wall of monkey feet. And now banana.
Yep. And
excellent grab from Fatty. Fatty just doing a good job trying to keep himself alive. Yep. And unable to do so. That Mega Buster, man.
Yeah, it's a very tough situation. He really had nowhere to go. Once he had up beat, that was it. He's in a free fall.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And they did a really good job of walling him out, walling out Fatty.